Greetings to everyone. My name is Divyansh Martolia and my team is Golden Horizon and my team members are Sachin, Areen, Dheeraj, Nishant and Chetsi. Our problem ID is SIH1722 and our problem statement title is Gamification of Anti-Doping Information. I am very excited to share with you a project that I truly believe has the potential to make a significant impact in the world of sports education. Did you all know that in the year 2022, India has the highest recording of drug cheats as being the only country with more than 100 samples resulting positive? Many of these athletes were unaware of the substances they were using, which highlights the critical gap in education. The traditional methods of spreading the information often struggles to capture the attention of younger athletes due to being dry and failing to engage people. To address this issue, we are developing a gamified anti-doping educational platform called Anti-Dope that not only educates athletes but also keeps them engaged using innovative and interactive methods. There will be interactive quizzes present which will be customized according to the user's progress and will give a detailed report about players' strengths and weaknesses and also give rewards and points. There will be a story-based progression game where player will have to play the role of athlete and participate in virtual in-game competition, navigating through real-life doping situation while resisting the temptation and avoiding accidental violations of doping rules, which will affect their in-game currency and reputations. User can also customize their avatars using outfits bought from the virtual store using in-game currency. Points and badges will be rewarded on winning any game. Global Leadership Board will show the players' global standing, improving their competition among peers. Various multimedia learning modules like videos, animations, infographics, audiobooks, images, etc. will be present. There will be many mini games like hurdle race in which if a player will take a doping injection, their health will reduce but their speed will increase. A maze solver game where they have to navigate through a maze avoiding traps like accidental doping violation. A fact analyzer game where they have to find if a fact is truth or lie. A spot the dope game where players will have to find the banned substances. Similar to these games will be presented. Verified digital certificates made using blockchain will be provided at the completion of course so that coaches and sports bodies can check players' compliance. Offline mode will be present for people in low connectivity areas. An AI driven guide will help players when they are in any problem in games by giving them personalized hints and tips. A tutorial will be provided for new players. Players can challenge their friends in mini games and quizzes. The dashboard will provide latest news, updates in doping regulation, and the progress of play. Daily login bonuses and quests will be present so that players will remain consistent. Our game will be resolving the problems by using gamification to enhance player engagement, enhancing the behavioral change by interactive learning, and accessing a wider range of audience through multi-device compatibility. Some of the unique value points of our game are real-life simulation using case-based learning for practical situations. AI will be used to create adaptive learning paths based on users' strengths and weaknesses. Comprehensive analytics for tracking users' progress and engagement will be used. The content will be updated dynamically based on users' feedback. Players can participate in challenges with teams and get real world rewards like sponsored training sessions and athletic gears. Lifetime limited in game events for increasing engagement and competitions will be provided. The National Sports Database will be integrated with the game at real time to give live news and updates on doping regulation. AR technology will be used for simulating doping tests as to give players early experience and also to identify harmful substances in everyday products to prevent accidental use of banned substances. Our game will support 25 different languages for wider reach. Now moving on to technical approach. The core technologies that will be used are front end. For front end we will be using React Native as it has cross platform flexibility, and Next.js for web interface. We will be using Unity game engine. For backend we will be using a combination of Node.js and Express for API handling and Web3.js for blockchain interaction. For database we will be using PostgreSQL and Firebase for real-time syncing. For cloud infrastructure we will be using Google Clouds. For security we will be using AES-256 encryption and OAuth 2.0 for multi-login. REST APIs will be used for integration with external system. We will be using TensorFlow Lite for handling AI modules. For blockchain we will be using Polygon testnet issue for issuing certificate, Solidity for smart contract development, and MetaMask for transaction signing, IPFS for decentralized storage. For AR technologies, we are going to use AR Core for Android, ARKit for iOS, WebXR for web, Blender for 3D modeling, and Vuforia for Unity integration. We will be using i18 Next to make our game multilingual. The development stages of our games are: Step 1 will be planning and defining goals and researching the gamification method. Step 2, designing the basic UI and the prototype. Step 3, developing the backend and core game mechanics. Step 4, integrating AI and syncing the leaderboard and real-time data. Test 5, debugging, refining and deploying across multiple platforms. Step 6, updating the game regularly based on user feedback and new technologies. Now, a basic flowchart of the game can be: the user will be go through user authentication and then they will able to create their profile. For the players who are playing for the first time, they will be given a tutorial to formalize themselves for the game. There, a game menu will be present which will provide both the mini games, the quizzes, the achievements badges, the leaderboards, and a library. The library will contain all the videos, animations, and books that will be related to anti-doping, and a dashboard will also be provided. Now moving on to feasibility and viability. For technical feasibility, we are using React Native for mobile, Next.js for web, Firebase for cloud, AES inscription for protection, and blockchain for verified certificates. We are gamifying our game using points, badges, leaderboards, and puzzles. Our game will be accessible on multiple platforms like iOS, Android, and web platforms. We will be gathering the data from National Anti-Doping Agency and World Anti-Doping Agency database. For financial feasibility, in the early stages, it will be having low development costs due to open source tool and scalable cloud. We will get potential funding from government grants, sports sponsorships, and educational partnerships. For market feasibility, there is an increase in interest in educational game, and we have a wider reach as we will be targeting national sports bodies, schools, and youth athletes. For operation feasibility, our game will be scalable with modular design for low connectivity areas and will have a user-friendly interface, being simple and intuitive design. Now, the challenges and risks that we will be facing are technical. For technical challenges, there will be data security, integrating with existing system, and low bandwidth performance and certificate verification. For financial risk, we will be having of initial funding and long-term financial sustainability. For market challenges, we will having adoption resistance and competition from similar platforms. For operational, there will be real-time content updates and scaling across region will be challenging. Now the strategies for overcoming these challenges are: for technical challenges, we will be using AIS and JWT encryption for security and privacy. We will be using API integration framework for integrating the game. We will be using offline mode for low bandwidth areas and save the progress in the local storage, and when the user is online, the local storage and the online database will be synced using Firebase. We'll be using blockchain for certificate verification. For financial, we will be getting sponsorships and we will be using freemium model for our game, where a free version will be provided and also a premium version will be provided, so that the players can upgrade to premium version through in real life money. For market challenges, we will be doing targeted awareness campaigns and partnerships with schools. Now moving on to impacts and benefits for teaching. As we all know that a large population of young people aspire to be athletes, and our game helps them to learn the importance of staying clean in sports early in their careers. Our game will promote honest sportsmanship and ethical behavior, which we will be using reducing the likelihood of accidental use of banned substances, and we will be accessing a larger audience through internet, and it is also a matter of national pride. As for the unique selling points, we have an amusing and memorable way of fighting doping. We'll be helping Indian sports bodies in controlling the number of doping cases. For flexibility, we will be having dynamic changes with modified regulation and broadened to other domains. We will be collaborating together with agencies like national anti-doping agencies to reinforce their educational efforts and reach more athletes digitally. For the benefits, for social benefits, we will be having wider access as it will be available on multiple devices. For empowerment, we will be empowering an athlete's ideas and judgment. We will be preventing the accidental doping case, as doping incident due to lack of knowledge can destroy an athlete's career and reputation, causing financial distress and facing societal shame. Our game prevents these life-changing events by educating them about the banned substances. For economic benefits, it will save time and resources of various authorities. It will mitigate financial risk associated with doping scandals and open new opportunities in the market for educational tech. Now, these are the research and references. Thank you everyone.